Hi, I'm Parminder Kaur. Along with my teammates, is going to analyze the case study of a very rich entrepreneur. To begin with this, I will start with the introduction part. So, hello, Miss Jessica. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to our team regarding your investing plan in New Zealand and Australia for starting a new candy business. And in the next few slides, we will be discussing all the research we have done so far regarding the investment proposal in the above mentioned two countries, that is Australia and New Zealand. And we will also give the detailed study on the pros and cons of each investing decision. And moreover, we will also add a cost sheet structure that will help you to cement your decision regarding your investment option. So for the introduction, as we already know that money was not an issue for you and you have enough funds to invest in the new business in the field of global sourcing. But the main decision that you were worried about was the business, like you were not sure that you will get success in this business as Australia has like very little amount of candy bar business. For that purpose, we have also considered your interest in the Crocodile Dune films and the Lord of Rings, and we have considered some variations and innovative ideas from your interest also. Further, my teammates will consider all the reasons and pros and cons for that. And thank you on my part. Over to Sana.
Hello, Miss Jessica. Here I am going to tell you about the pros and cons of the business setup in Australia about the chocolate and chocolate bars. First, I would like to tell you about the pros about the candy bar are the better than chocolates because it is very healthy and people prefer candy bar more than chocolates because it is satisfies the hunger. Nuts and wafers are also used in candy bars, so hungry people are satisfied to eat the candy bars. And the chocolate industry of Australia earns even 1.5% extra revenue benefits than as compared to the previous year. We see a great opportunity in Australia for candy bars industry because Australia has a big market for chocolate bars or chocolate, but there is a few candy bars industry in Australia. The marketing experts even think that the good quality of candy bars have increased the sale in Australia. Most people in Australia consume chocolates more than candy bars just to reduce stress. Now, further, I will move towards the cons or disadvantages about candy bars industry in Australia. The first most disadvantages is the hygiene. The business owner has to maintain a proper hygiene in order to maintain a candy bar industry. The third part is very hard to find a place in the marketing of candy bar in Australia because there are many restrictions of government. There are many rules and regulation which has to be followed by the industry makers. And lastly, the logo and trade license of the business are quite authentic. Now I would like to invite Sahil. He has done some research on an analysis on this.
Hello. We have done some research and we came to certain points. Australia is the sixth largest country in the world, but most of it is covered with forests. However, if we want to start an industry here, we will have to adhere by some rules and regulations that have been set by the Australian government. We do not build the industry on national heritage places as they are considered as government properties. It is very hard to open industry on candy bar in Australia without any previous experience. This is one of the main challenges that we are going to face. The total plan of the business is to get permission of the government. As the business becomes a new business, government officers are worried about the environment and they can create some of the problems for candy industry. There are some policies that we have to follow. The government of Australia does not provide permission for the candy industry after analyzing the harm caused to nature. Legal procedures take time and sometimes it could cause problem to start a candy industry in Australia. Similarly, to run the business, the company has to maintain other legal policies like competition law, consumer law, product liability regulation, and environmental regulations. Also, to survive in Australia with candy bar industry, you will have to hire lawyers for legal work because this is a new business industry. Innovative business policies can help survive owner in the candy bar industry in Australia. That will be my part. The next part will be explained by Guru Prasad.
Thanks, Sahil. There are also many challenges like the the chocolate bar industry in Australia is very few. Before the chocolate bar industries, there are no industries in Australia in the field of chocolate bar. So company has no competitor in the market. It is a big boon as if we have no competitor, the company can easily expand its operation and can run frequently in Australian market. The company will have to buy the food color and flavors for the candy, and the company can buy from the Australian market. That is also plus point because all the raw materials can be easily procured. Moreover, the operations cost will be less as compared to performing operation in other countries. Secondly, we choose country Australia because we know it is very easy to buy raw materials from the world market from Australia due to its strategic location like the Asian markets, India and China are the strategic partners, so it can easily procure raw materials for the safe movement of operations. Next slide. For the low competition market, the company can earn more profit from the candy bar industry as it is in a nascent stage and is going to grow very largely in the coming times. So it will be a easy path for Miss Jessica to jump in the market. The climates to make candies are also good because the candies require certain temperature and the raw material requires certain temperature to grow and boost. So if these climate provide a boost, the candy taste can be here and moreover it can boom in the market. The food industry of Australia is developing enough because the people are becoming very health conscious. Moreover, the candies are becoming very famous nowadays, so it will be a boom for the industry. So in the end, they can try the candy bar for the first time and analyze and compare with the chocolate here. After analyzing, the people can support or not support the company, and this is a big risk for you. But in the end, we can conclude that as it is in the nascent stage and moreover the competition is less, so we should definitely invest in money in this country. Over to Tarvinder Singh.
Thanks, Guru Prasad. So, as you asked for the comparison, we did the comparison for you, and there is a comparison between New Zealand and Australia. The most of the people in like candies in New Zealand. In 2018, New Zealand are on most of the revenue that 5,500 million US dollar. You can see in below there is a graph where you can see that in 2018 it goes to 555 and the least on to 2012. And in addition, if you start the business in this country, you have to maintain the good taste, textures of this candy bar. There's so much of demand and so much of supply in the market of New Zealand for candies bars. So the taste and the market is maintained a part of this business. We need to hire some employees for the New Zealand for candy bars and business. Basically, we go for the localites to improve our new ideas in candies, and definitely they help us and support in this. Next slide, please. In terms of exchange rate, we also did the comparison of exchange rate. As you can see, in Australian dollar is 0.72 USD, and New Zealand dollar is 0.70 USD currently, which shows like US is the best place to establish a business where we can go for less cost operation and cost procurement of raw material will be like less costly, and this will not have much impact cause of pollution of Australia in way more than the of New Zealand. And we'll further we hand it over to Herman regarding conclusion.
Hello. As you have listened to all of our team members that what you have to do and what we are going to do and what we suggest you, here I would like to compile all the recommendations, and at the final I will conclude all the slides which we have presented again in front of you. So according to us, if we talk about the marketing strategies, we have to follow some conventional ones like giving up the free chocolates in the streets of Australia so that they know about our brand, they know what we are giving to them. It is like used, it was used decades ago. It's and in our point of view, this is the best way to market a thing. After that, with the marketing, we have to consider the legal terms as well. So we have to comply with all the environmental plus hygiene levels of Australian government if we are making over there, because here we are talking about a larger market when we compare it to the New Zealand, as my friend Tarvinder told you. So we have to keep on the hygiene level up and the environmental aspects as well. After that, we'll talk about the uh, employees that we need to hire. So when we are talking about setting up a new business at a new place, so we need to get some experienced personals. So we have to get some people from New Zealand who are already working in the candy business over there. So these are some points which I think you should consider before setting up any plant or anything related to marketing. So here I would conclude that we have to take everything into account, from hygiene to environmental to marketing to legal aspects of these candy bars. And with that, I would like to thank you on behalf of every team member, and I hope you would invest in us and give your valuable time that we can serve you. Thank you.